Hey everybody, welcome back to Three Potatoes in a Pot, post-Christmas edition. You're not getting a Christmas special. I'm tired of Christmas. Christmas is over. Call me the Grinch because I don't like Christmas.
Grinch.
Grinch.
Christmas is great. I shan't
Christmas
miss
is
it.
the best holiday. It hits all the marks. Food,
Exactly.
more food, presents. You get free presents. Um,
Well, I hope so.
It's the
If you
three F's.
if you got
Food,
paid
family,
present,
funding.
if you got presents you had to pay for, that's not a present.
well, yeah, that's true. All right, you use your new computer now. Pay me $800. What?
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 You're you're just the middleman. I should have just gone to Amazon. I don't know. Christmas makes me uncomfortable.
Is it because of your strange family, or is it just?
Definitely. Like I I d- like my sister when she gets things, she goes over the top. She's like so excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I really like I got her tweezers for Christmas." There is context.
Uh,
She steals the one in the bathroom and will take it to her room, and for days I will not be able to find it. So I was like, "Here, have your own tweezers."
uh,
And I got her an eyelash curler and some hair oil for her hair.
okay, yeah. I feel like the extra stuff should have been added on sooner than just tweezers. Don't worry, I didn't get anyone anything because I am a poor high school student who does not hold a job.
That's not you. You can control that though. You can get
No,
Yeah,
a
Aiden,
job.
come on, be a little
no.
generous this time of year.
Be employed.
No, why would I be employed?
It's so easy.
I don't know, you complain about it a lot. It doesn't sound very easy.
That is true.
I do complain because I like to complain. You sound like my mother. She's like, "Well, here's the solution." I'm like, "No, just let me complain." I'm a complainer at heart. But no, Isabella got tweezers and she acted like these were the the keys to heaven. She was so excited, and then I got an iPad and I was like, "Yay!" I didn't go crazy. And my mom was recording me and I was like, "I really do appreciate this. I just
Oh yeah,
don't I don't go crazy."
that's how I am because I feel like sometimes like because I say thank you and all that, like I don't get excited over stuff that much.
I never have either. That's the thing. It's never like mom always she always records and I'm like, please don't, like, I know you're sending this because the iPad I got was for Christmas and my birthday because I didn't get a birthday gift.
Ah,
And so I was like, hmm. And so I saw it and it said birthday and Christmas from like grandma and grandpa and grandma. And I knew what it was immediately, but I was super excited. Like I have nonstop been using this thing. But it's just people recording me expecting me to go crazy. It's like I can't do it, but I do appreciate it.
I always make sure to be excited.
yeah,
I can't.
I try to be, but I feel like it just comes off as really fake.
Yeah, it comes off as inorganic.
Some of mine do.
What?
Yeah, and
For
I feel like
example,
that makes
last
me the
night at
same
a gift
work.
exchange, I opened one. It was a book about like health. I was like, oh, this is cool. But thankfully, my mom stole that from me, so I got a Target gift card instead.
Book about health.
Yep.
Well, that
It's like,
I mean,
although I
I
would have
heard
actually
Brooke.
read it if just for the heck of
Yeah,
it.
I heard book and it was like, oh, is it some science book or something by Neil deGrasse Tyson? No, it's health.
It's
No,
health book.
but that was the book I brought. One of his.
You've whoa, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and I got yelled at for wearing shorts.
By who?
Who do you think?
Yeah, I think I
Cause
know.
it, cause it's Christmas time, not summertime. Dude, I sweat
Honestly,
in
that could
pants.
be
I don't.
anyone.
What?
Who that could be anyone to me. Random old person. I don't know.
Do you know
My
how, oh
biggest
yeah,
op.
do you know how many times at the golf course I got told, oh man, why are you wearing shorts in this weather while it's like 60 out?
Yeah, that is that's not pants weather. That's shorts weather.
That's shorts weather. Anything above freezing is shorts weather.
And I mean, it's like if my arms are warm, then my legs are warm. I've said this many times.
Exactly. My arms get cold, my legs don't.
Yeah, I have thicker legs for a reason. Insulation.
Yeah, I have thick everywhere,
But
except
but
where it
like
matters.
but like I was literally staying indoors all day. I wasn't going out for a stroll. I was literally staying inside. So I wore
Yeah,
sweats. I was looking all cute, and then that brought my mood down immediately. I was like, no thanks. No thanks to that immediately. I'm not trying to wear a cute Christmas sweater and look cute. I'm just gonna wear sweatpants and a t-shirt. A t-shirt that has my high school name on it because that's the only thing I own.
yeah. I still don't know why you don't get more t-shirts.
That's that's just how it be.
Yeah, I own like 3 things that were high school top.
My
What?
mom's always getting new high school shirts.
Weird.
I have
I
about
guess
the
she
same
works there.
3 or 4 I've had since freshman year, and that's good. I did get a new
Yeah.
sweatshirt for school because they wouldn't let us wear hoodies anymore.
I still don't get that. They're like people hide vapes in the sleeves. It's like there's long sleeves.
And the real
And
reason is
also,
Hush just doesn't like kids wearing hoods.
I know that too, but it's like who cares? Because when people wear hoodies, they they don't put the hoods over their heads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
And I mean,
there.
I get people getting told to like take the hoods off. And if they don't listen, then they have to take the hoodies off. But banning them altogether, that's
Yeah, why is that my fault?
A little drastic.
Sentiment of the year. Why is that my fault?
why is that my
Some
fault?
something happens and then they're like, I guess we gotta punish everybody. It's like I hate growing up in like grade school when like one kid would mess up and then the teacher's like, I guess we all gotta walk 10 laps
No,
because we're a team. I'm like, we're not a team. He does not represent me.
I would
no,
just as
yeah.
easily leave that kid in the dust when given
Did
the
you ever get
chance.
so did your class ever get in trouble and then nobody owned up? So they're
Oh
just
yeah,
okay. I guess everybody's getting in trouble then, and then nobody owned up still because that was better than
because
one
that's even
person.
worse.
Yeah.
One time though, I did have a teacher like, dude, my grade school was weird. One year we got grades during lunch,
Oh.
and it was based off of like your volume and your behavior during the lunchroom. And one day my class got a D for lunch. Our letter grade for lunch was D, and my teacher was like, "What happened?" And she goes, "I know who." She pointed out every kid, and she goes, she would be like, "Gracie." she'd point to me. She'd be like, "Okay, raise your hand if you think this is Gracie's fault." And nobody raised their hand. And she's like, "Mm-hmm, thought so. You don't have to walk laps." But then she'd point to a bad kid and she's like, "Now, does anybody think it was his fault?" And then everybody ganged up on him and she's like, "Yeah, thought so." So she just made us pick whose fault it
At least
was.
she was democratic, I guess.
She's like,
But
"Yeah, you're a bad kid, so this was definitely your fault."
I mean, it
Which, I mean,
probably
that's fine.
was.
That was the best time. But in 4th grade, I don't know what it was, but it felt like recess was an hour out of our day, and we'd get, like, 10 laps every day, but that wouldn't even, like, do a dent in our recess time. And if you've ever been to my school, the field where we had recess was huge. So, like, walking the perimeter of that thing 5 times could have easily, because we weren't allowed to run. That
Oh,
was
of
the thing.
course,
You
of course.
gotta make it a punishment. So, that easily could have been like a 30-minute walk, but I felt like it never took any time out of recess.
Well, because you guys probably still talk to each other and like that
Yeah,
made the
because
time
we
go
could
by
be
faster.
far away from the teachers to where they could be like, "Hmm, hmm." Yeah,
Hmm.
4th grade was weird.
Yeah, I remember one time in 5th grade, like all the class didn't turn in an assignment or something, and they were like, "You gotta run laps." So then I did my laps and whatever, and they were like, "Oh, you didn't need to do those. Why didn't you say that?"
They were like, "Hmm, that kid doesn't need to do them," but, you know.
You see that kid walking around in laps around the parking lot? Pretty funny, isn't it?
Let's tell him he didn't have to do them after all.
Yeah, I was like, I went up like, "Hey, I did them." Okay,
Stupid kid.
stupid kid.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I really should have gotten checked for, like, anxiety sooner because the amount of times I cried at school, not funny.
Yeah,
Like,
I
every
mean,
year, first day of school, my one goal was to not cry, and I do it every year.
do you still do it, or is it
N No, I'm better now.
okay?
I have stuff to regulate those emotions, but still, every year during grade school, I would cry
Well, I mean,
every year.
you're yeah, if that does seem a little bit excessive. When did you get on medication for it even?
7th grade.
Ah, so when you came to St. Francis.
Yes, because s- it was so bad when I started 7th grade. Like, that first day of school, my heart was beating so fast that I thought I was actually gonna die.
Well, thank God we didn't have to deal with that, am I right?
I'm under
Yeah,
your bed. I'm in your house,
well, come on then. You're
and
already
it's
this
not
close.
gonna be fun.
Oh, I bet it'll be real fun.
No, I'm gonna kill you.
Thank God. Anyways,
Hey, do we need to talk about this? Are you safe at home?
I'm
I I
perfectly
dude,
safe.
I've been to the doctor so many times, and do you know what is the biggest flaw ever? They'll literally they'll literally ask you if you feel safe while your parents are in the room. You feel
I,
safe at home? It's like, if I wasn't safe at home, do you think I would have the balls to be like, "No," in front of my parents? Like,
I
if
know,
a
right?
kid's getting abused and their parents are literally right there, they're not gonna say squat.
Also, why do they ask if you have sex right in front of your parents?
I've never been asked that question.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I get asked that every time.
Yeah, they've never asked me that. They ask me drugs every time, but not that.
Yeah, they asked me if I smoke. Well, I've been to my doctor so many times, and all the nurses are like, "I know you don't smoke," and I was like, "Yeah." So they don't
Yeah,
even ask me anymore. But I've never been asked, "Are you sexually active?" That's hilarious that they ask you that.
why me? Of all the people that of all the people you see, you ask me.
They're like, "That guy definitely gets around."
Definitely. That fat dude with a lisp definitely has sex.
He has all the women flocking to him.
Well, we all know
That's
there is the one.
hilarious. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what do you say, Brody?
The one Aiden always talks to. That one.
Shut up. Shut up. It's not ethically correct, Brody. We had
Oh.
this conversation in Spanish.
No, it was an ethical debate.
Sorry, we had this ethics debate in Spanish in front of the person, which is really
The
funny.
funniest thing is the person didn't know what was going on, and so we said to person, "What do you think?" And she said, "It's fine."
No, she said "sí" because you're in Spanish.
No,
Yeah,
no, she didn't.
yeah, that.
No one speaks Spanish unless they're forced to speak Spanish.
And then
I wouldn't
you
know.
get to hear
I
the
wasn't
glories
allowed to
of
take Spanish.
K, Tay, May, Pay, Lay. Is that right?
Yeah. What about it?
No, I'm just doing an example of how it sounds when
Oh,
one of us has to talk. In Espanol.
College is
it
gonna be
sounds
like, "Hey, any foreign language?" And I'm gonna be like, "No, they won't let me."
it sounds like Simlish. Someone speaking um Spanish in the most monotone American accent sounds very similar to Simlish.
But I watched Sonic 3. That was
How
awesome.
was
That
it?
was the greatest movie, cinematic masterpiece. Honestly, best movie of the year. No, of this decade. Thank you.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. I've never seen it,
I highly doubt that.
and I probably will never see it.
Well, it had so many references that I got, and I took Dylan with me because I was gonna go with or without him. And so he's like, I might as well go because if I asked him, I was like, hey, you want to go with me? And he said no, I was still going by myself. So we went the day after, we went on the 21st, and we went at like 10 o'clock because I didn't want to be surrounded by children, and that was the move to go.
Oh yeah, 10 o'clock in the morning or at night.
No, at night, morning.
Okay, is it just me or is watching a movie at the movie theater anything other than the evening weird?
I
I
always go
don't.
in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
I wouldn't see myself going to a movie in the morning.
Well, yeah, but, like even in the afternoon, it's got to be in the evening because when you walk out in the movie theater and it's still light out, it throws me off.
You've never
Probably
been
because you've been
blasted with
shrouded
light
in
when you walk out
darkness.
of the movie theater?
No, because it's just natural to go in the evening. It's just the true way to see a movie.
I still go in the evening, but during the summer, it's light longer. So,
Well, yeah, but that
gosh, I
makes
can't
sense.
speak.
Like anything, you've got to go 6 p.m. And after.
Nah, I go like 3.
3?
3.
You so you eat supper when you get home after eating movie snacks?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Well, sometimes I just don't eat dinner after I've been to the movie. Or I just don't eat that
Sacrilegious.
many snacks at the movie.
What?
Oftentimes I
What?
just get like a pop
What?
and a little bit of
What? You
popcorn.
don't go to the store beforehand and put snacks in all of your pockets and then sit there and eat your contraband?
No.
What do you mean no?
You're insane.
On occasion, I'll bring a small bag of candy.
So are you telling me you're paying the full price for some of that stuff?
No, just
So
popcorn.
you're not. You're just
Because you
eating popcorn.
can't replace movie theater popcorn.
I know that, but you can replace the candy and stuff like that.
I never
Who
buy
gets
candy
candy
from
when you
there.
go to? You
I
don't buy candy at the movie theater.
If I'm buying stuff from the
I
movie
know, I
theater, I'm
don't.
buying a big Sprite and a popcorn.
Yeah,
Nothing
you
more.
get a large pop and large popcorn because they can be refilled.
Yeah, and they usually have a pretty good deal going on if you get
Yeah,
both.
But the butter dispenser was like it wasn't at full capacity, so I
you put
was sad.
butter on your popcorn.
Yes,
What are you talking? What do you? What do you
That's
mean you
just
don't put
you
butter on your
stick a straw
popcorn?
down the middle and you put more butter in it too.
that just no. So it tastes great, right? It's just really sticky.
You're going to stop yourself because of stick.
Yes,
It's
I don't like
sticky.
stuff on my hands.
I make that exception. I agree completely, except I make the exception for the movie theater because I'm not going on my phone or electronics or anything, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but still, my hands touch each other, and when like my feet touch the palm of my hand and they're slightly sticky, that's really annoying.
Well, you just got to deal with that. You're at the movie theater. You got to go all the way.
If I'm at the movie theater, I'm just gonna drown myself in
Brody
my
and
sorrows of
Who?
soda.
Brody and Aiden. No.
Hi, Gracie's mom.
That's Aiden and Brody. Odie.
I don't like that.
80?
No.
Who's Brayden?
You guys. She combined your names.
Oh, I thought you had a secret boyfriend you weren't telling us about.
Oh, yes, because if I. Yeah, because I wouldn't tell you.
That's fair.
You're getting my room sick. Why is everybody sick around me? Cut out that part.
What? Your mom coming in?
Yes.
Ah. Anyways, where were we?
3,
Movie
2,
theater.
3, 2, 1
Right.
movie theater.
So I don't like butter because it's sticky on my hands and it's really annoying.
So do you just
And
get salt?
the popcorn's fine as it is.
So you just raw dog
Pre-salted
it.
popcorn is usually all right. You can throw a little more salt on there if you really want, but you got to put butter.
So you're just
Oh.
raw dogging it.
No, I get a soda as well. You don't.
I-
What?
I get the soda part, but
The popcorn is great as it is. You don't need to add anything to the movie theater popcorn. It tastes fine.
There's
But
a
you
When you
need
go to
reason
the
why
more
they
movie
put the
theater,
butter there.
I'm not adding butter to the popcorn.
you don't get it anywhere else. You gotta get it there.
Where else would you get popcorn?
What?
What? You said you don't. If you don't get it anywhere else, you gotta get it there. Where else would you get
Yeah, the
popcorn and
butter.
butter?
Exactly.
Butter.
You don't get that kind of butter and taste anywhere else. So you got to do it there. If I didn't put the butter on it, I would have brought Act 2 with me. But you don't because it's movie theater popcorn. You got to
Yeah, and
do it.
movie theater popcorn tastes great without the stickiness of the butter.
Then you're just doing it wrong.
I am not doing it wrong. Plus, the butter, it only covers the top layer. And what do you do after that?
That's
Did
where
you
you
not
the
hear
straw
Brody?
comes in.
The straw.
You stick a straw down the middle, and then you push the button, and the popcorn butter goes down the straw and gets the base.
So then it's just a pool of butter at the bottom?
No, you don't stick it
It'll
all the way
soak
down
it
to the
up.
bottom, you fool. Stick it about midway.
You guys are insane.
Okay, how do you go to the previews?
I guess.
Yeah, because our movie theater forces us to. Because if you go there at the start time, it takes another hour for the movie to start. I've just started showing up a half an hour late, and I'm always perfectly there for when the movie starts.
I don't like that. I gotta see the previews. Gotta know what I'm watching next, which I never will.
I mean, some of the previews are good. I mean, they're not horrible, I guess. As
But if
far
you
as
get there,
yeah.
if you get there during the start time, you get the ads.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when you go too early, you get ads, which is weird. Like there was an ad for your. They said, "Want to have your next business meeting here?" And I was like, "What? You can rent the movie theater for business."
Yeah, that's weird. What part of the movie theater would you rent?
The
The actual
theater.
the
Yeah,
theater
you can
part?
rent out the
Yes.
entire theater.
Also, did you know they make you pick your seats now?
Yeah.
Yes, because I just went. That was weird. I
Mm.
That
was like,
yeah, I was not expecting it.
lady, it is 10:30. What do you mean I need to pick my seats? Nobody else is going. And I really thought nobody else was showing up, but like four other people did. And they
Every
were
time
all in their 40s. And I was like, I dig that. That'll be me. When Sonic 10 comes out, that'll be me.
every time I go, it's always an old couple there. No matter what movie I see.
They're
Yeah.
following you.
So I recently watched Moana 2, right? In theaters because for some reason my brother wanted to go. So I decided I'd come along. And there were like two groups of people there, and they still made us pick our seats for whatever reason. I don't know why. It also was a pretty good movie. I was really surprised.
Really? Because I heard that it sucked.
It doesn't.
Which one? Which movie?
Moana 2.
Oh, I
I mean,
the anime from the trailer I've seen. The animation looks a lot different than the first movie. Like,
it doesn't seem that much different. It looks a bit more less cartoonish, I guess.
yeah.
It still was a pretty good movie though. Like I had my, and to be fair, I did have my bar set really low.
Yeah.
So, but it was pretty good. It was shorter, it seemed, than like most movies are. It seemed like more like a long episode of a show.
Well, yeah, because it was supposed to be a series. That's the whole thing.
What Moana 2 was?
Like the whole storyline was we were supposed to get it like a Moana show and not another movie.
Oh,
And apparently they're gonna make a live action Moana.
why?
Oof.
I don't know. The Rock will be The Rock, but in Maui form.
Of
It's not
course.
even. You can only make a live action remake if it's like 20 plus years old.
Yeah, that's it, and Disney's terrible at that. Hey Disney, make a new movie. Make a new concept. Stop making spin-offs. Mufasa, don't want to see it. Don't care.
What even
You
is Mufasa about?
his origin story? Like I don't care about the origins of a lion. Give me a new movie and don't make it like Wish. And
Yeah,
actually give me a villain, What happened to villains? Because last I checked, it is all like morally gray, like, oh, they did nothing wrong. Oh, they've got trauma. Like I loved Encanto, not anymore because I overdid it. I watched it so many times that I hated it. And that and the We Don't Talk About Bruno song that kind of like got on my nerves when I heard it so many times. But they didn't have a villain. They just had a traumatized grandma. It's like I don't want that. Give me
I mean,
give me
yeah.
somebody evil.
The only thing that saved, I mean, it was a good storyline, but the only thing that saved that movie was the songs.
Exactly. But like I like that movie, but can we just get a classic like Disney movie where they
Evil
have a villain
villain.
who is terrible?
I just want an evil one who likes just eats children or something.
Yeah,
Something
because
that we
that's
can
so
all
hard.
agree on is bad.
And a new storyline. Please don't give me Bambi 7.
What happened to
Bambi
Bambi 1 through
7?
6? Or two-
Don't give me Bambi the beginning. I don't care.
what?
Because I don't
What
care.
even would be the backstory to Bambi?
The mom, I don't know, before pre-shooting.
Yeah, but the mom plays like the mom's in the movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, give me a movie where the mom dies and the dad is mysteriously gone or stuff like that, and give me an evil villain and give me some good music and I'll be happy. But Jim Carrey was in Sonic 3, and I enjoyed that very much.
Well, he's been in Sonic 1 and 2.
But he retired after Sonic 2.
Oh, he
He
did? I
came back
didn't
from
know that.
retirement. He goes, if
He's
the script's
retired
good,
like 3 times.
if the script's good, I'll come back. And I'm like, wow,
He
he
said he
came back
came.
for this.
He said he came back because he needs more money.
I found that hard to believe.
I mean, that's what he said.
But
I
like
don't know.
Keanu Reeves was Shadow, and I love that.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Huh.
I love Shadow. Shadow's my favorite character. Also, for Christmas, Dylan got me a Squishmallow that is Sonic, but Santa. I was like, where did you find this? This is golden. This is perfect. This is the only Christmas I will enjoy. Sonic. Sonic Christmas.
Santa. Sonic Christmas.
Santa Sonic. Now that's the only way Santa could get all those
Christmas.
presents.
Because he's Sonic.
Because he is Sonic. New headcanon.
You know, I watched this Christmas movie the other night that was it's Red One, and everyone's been complaining about it and saying it's like a terrible movie. And yet I thought it was great. Great movie.
What was it about? I've heard the name.
Have you ever seen White House Down or Olympus Has Fallen? Or any of those series of movies where the president gets like taken or attacked or something?
No.
Well, anyway, kind of like
Is it like that, but Santa?
exactly.
I watched Dear Santa, which was Jack Black, and this it's a really weird movie when I think about it. So, like, this kid is dyslexic, so he wrote Dear Satan instead of Dear Santa, and so Satan shows up and was like, I'll grant you 3 wishes. And
Oh,
the
wait,
kid thinks,
no. This was the movie everybody was complaining about, right? Sorry, continue. Because I
no,
thought this one. Did you cut out?
no, that was the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Because I thought this was the one that everybody was complaining about.
And I've seen a bunch of critics get mad over Red One.
We got a lot of complainers, and that's coming from me. Can we just enjoy garbage films? Is that so wrong?
Yeah, I want a nice B tier film for once.
Yeah.
What happened to the B tier films?
Like, I enjoyed the Godzilla movies. I love just movies where there's just mindless, like, epic battles. Like Sonic 3, so many, like, cosmic level battles. It was great. I didn't have to think a second.
Yeah, where you could just shut off your mind and not worry about the morals of anything.
Yeah. Like, you're the ultimate life form? Hell yeah, I'm down. What does that mean? Who knows? Though Shadow did become a nuke. He was like nuclear power.
Interesting. Is that canon?
I mean, yeah, he has a bunch of chaos energy.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, there was stuff that where if you were paying attention and you knew the lore, you would be excited. Like, there's a scene where where Sonic calls Shadow Hot Topic. That is amazing. I live for that. Because that is a reference. And then he goes, talk about a low budget flight. No food or movies? I'm out of here. That is iconic. The movie was iconic. Is Bodhi is I can't speak. Is Brody trying to find those bad reviews?
No. I just know I'm right, I think.
But yeah, that Dear Santa one was weird. But it was funny. Like there's a one scene where he's on stage with Post Malone. Like, what? Why did we
Weird.
bring up Post Malone? What is he doing here?
Well, I got a wondrous 3D printer for Christmas. And I have been
Now
printing many of
you-
things.
uh,
Huh?
Huh? Just kidding, don't do that.
Oh,
I didn't say
okay then. Huh?
my brain is mush. Do you know what I was playing all day? I was literally playing like Theme Park Tycoon 2 on Roblox. And then I played like Make a Luxury Resort Tycoon.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, my phone is
uh,
oh yeah, Theme Park Tycoon.
fun. Whoa.
Yeah, the technical difficulties, Aiden.
Guess what? For Christmas Eve, I made cheese dip, and it took me like 2 hours to make because there's so many damn vegetables to chop up. So many.
How many vegetables were you putting in your cheese dip?
Well, you had the poblano peppers, you had the vegetables for the meats, you had like celery, onion, you got some tomatoes in
What?
there. You got
Why are you putting celery in your cheese dip?
because
you
that's what the
sinner.
recipe called for.
What is this recipe? This is evil.
And I had to make guacamole because you put guacamole, like not mix it in, but you put it in the center of the cheese dip. It's quite good.
Yeah, no, my cheese dip contains Rotel and Velveeta cheese.
That is still wondrous cheese.
That is the golden standard. I fear. Onions? In cheese dip. I like onions. I'm just
Well,
trying to understand.
you the onions, so okay, so basically you're making 3 separate things here, and they kind of turn into one at the end. Let's get this thing pulled up here. And
I had a dream I was going through the Sonic drive-through and I didn't have my order, so we had to go back around, and then I went in the store and they were all out of cheeseburgers. It was a sad dream. I have such terrible dreams.
yeah,
Most of the time it's I can't get something at a store.
that's not great.
Cheeseburger V1.
Okay. So, in the meat you got ground beef, of course. You got bell pepper, a red bell pepper, uh, diced onion, celery, garlic powder, cumin, salt, and black pepper. In the guacamole, you got avocados, uh, lemon juice, which I actually forgot to put that in. Oh well. Some vegetable oil and tomato. Then for the actual queso part, which you combine with the meat later on, you get celery, bell pepper again, white onion, poblano pepper, tomato, and then the American cheese, of course. Yeah.
This sounds like a whole different beast.
It's
Dad. That's why it takes 2 hours.
we got it at a super famous Mexican restaurant when we went to Austin uh a year ago. And so I tried to make it once. It didn't end up very well. So I made it a second time this time and it went better.
We had pulled pork for Christmas. That was weird.
Hmm.
I love pulled pork, but I was just confused. I was like, at Christmas? Interesting.
Yeah, it
It is a ham holiday, Aiden.
yeah. I've had weird combinations. I go to many of Christmases because I have many of family. But first one was chili dogs, which was great. Second
Sonic.
one was prime rib, and third one was meatball.
Yeah, my grandpa is he makes fried chicken all the time, so we had fried chicken at his house. It's weird
Mm.
though. Which I loved the fried chicken. Don't get me wrong. I was just like on Christmas. It's interesting. Yeah, I think this might be my great grandma's last Christmas. Getting old.
That's never good.
Yeah, she's ready. What is it with old people and being so depressing? Like my great grandma all the time. She's just like my grandpa's mom. She's just like, "Man, I just can't wait to die." And I'm like, "Oh." She's like, "I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm ready to die." I'm like, "Oh, grandma, don't say that." She's like, "No, please. Make it stop." I'm like,
You know, I think I think all old people are just kind of that way. Every time I go over to my grandma's house, we end up talking about, okay, Brody, in case I die, like she tells me all these things because in case she dies, she needs someone to know. I'm like,
She
I
needs
don't want to
somebody to
talk
know.
about this every time.
I don't like talking about this every time, Grandma. This is why you're not allowed back at Thanksgiving.
It's crazy. Okay, and maybe it's because they love you less. Aiden said his
Yeah,
grandparents don't do it.
like I've had my grandma tell me so many times. She's like, I want you to sing at my funeral." I'm like, "Oh, okay. We're not there yet."
Aiden goes, mine will be the first to die.
Yeah, cuz my my great grandmas are like in their 90s, so I mean, it's like I get it, but it's like hopefully I get those genes
Yeah. You can only hope.
cuz it's like it's both sides. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I got some chance."
Yeah. Aiden needs to come back so that way I can tell the great story of our Civ 6 time today with Patrick. Or maybe I'll just go anyway. Alright, so
Yeah, tell your brother to get out of your room.
we're playing Civ 6 today with Patrick, right? We all get on a call, but we're all pretty much silent because we're focused in on the game. I'm off on my own. I'm Brazil. Aiden, I guess, is next to Patrick. And within the first 50 turns, Patrick destroys Aiden's entire empire and gets him kicked from the game because his whole civilization took over. And then Patrick decides he's going to declare war on me. Well, you see, Brazil's a little more strong than Patrick would have liked to think. And so he took one of my cities, but then I repelled him and pushed him all the way back to his own city lines, where we effectively made white peace and called it quits. But yeah.
Aiden can every time you tell me about your Civ shenanigans, it sounds like Aiden can never win.
He never does.
Is he Aiden, you're just bad because you can't defend yourself right now. You're just bad at the game.
Well, you see, okay, Aiden, it was not Barbs this time because I had Barbs basically seizing my capital.
That's just excuses.
Aiden always struggles. I think he just needs to revise his tactics. Although, to be fair, Patrick, that was the most cold-blood thing I've ever seen done. Like, our first time playing, and Patrick immediately goes to kill.
He is vicious.
You know, I was thinking, Aiden, maybe next time we both focus on military and we team up against Patrick. You know, we can't be having a freshman getting the best of us.
He probably got a war book for Christmas, and so he's brushing up on some tactics as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah, Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu.
But
Don't attack
I just couldn't believe that.
if your horse is sick. Great job, Sun Tzu.
I honestly just couldn't believe he had the balls to do that. First 50
I do.
turns, destroys Aiden.
The barbarians cried that day because they were sad there was nobody else to mess with.
Yeah. I even did a thing where there's this barb camp that I was about to destroy, but then Patrick declared war on me, so I left it alone and let it attack his army. Here's Aiden's
just needs
advice
to
from
stop.
Sun Tzu. Feed your soldiers. Don't fight if your troops are unequipped. You can retreat. Are you ever going to get your brother out of your room? Or is he just going to live there?
He's doing laundry.
Is the laundry machine in your room or something?
How long does it take for him to do laundry?
Dang, 2 hours. Wow. But
I'm back.
your room is designated the laundry room? What does
Not
this
the-
mean? Are the machines in your room?
No, they're no. For some reason, so like my bed's basically in the center of the house, right?
Uh-huh.
So then we just do laundry on my bed because
What?
it's
That's
weird.
Yeah, tell
I know
people to
it's
take
weird.
their laundry to their own dang room or fold it in the living
know
room
it's
on the
weird.
kitchen table or something.
Well, then my
Oh
mom
my
yells at
gosh.
me for having the laundry pile, even though it makes sense. The laundry pile.
Well,
You
just
just take
fold it
clothes
and
off the
then
top if you want.
well,
You just
you
set it
fold it
there
and then you
take
take it
clothes.
into your room. Although I don't do
No,
that.
the laundry pile makes more sense because then you don't have to fold it.
Oh
I
my
hate
God, it
laundry
was
above all else. I procrastinate it so bad. I don't.
so funny.
My clothes sit in the dryer for many of days until someone yells at me to take them out.
What? You're evil. No, it was so funny. We dusted off the old PS3 at my grandpa's house, and we
Oh,
played
great.
and we played Call of Duty. I think it's World at War or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And my poor grandpa has not played in so long. He was getting in that game, if you get like a kill streak of like 5 in a row, you can send dogs. And so and then if you get like 3 in a row, you can send artillery strike. And he was getting like killed left and right. He couldn't even spawn. He couldn't walk like 3 steps without dying. Artillery was going off. The dogs were getting him. He was yelling so much and he was getting so upset. It was so funny. And we also played Little Big Planet karting and he couldn't figure it out for the life of him.
Fun fact, I've never played a game of Call of Duty in my life.
Really,
Call of
never.
Duty is fun
Anyways.
when you're with other people.
I never bought it or played it on my own thing, but I've gone to people's houses and played it before.
Maybe I played it once. Maybe once. It was mediocre.
No, and me and Paxton were on a team and we stomped my cousin and my sister.
Well, good.
It was like 500, you get like 10 points for each kill. It was like 500 to 10. To not
Dang.
500 to 10. It was 500 to 100.
Oof.
It was bad. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much. What else is there?
Whistle.
Whistle. What does that mean?
Aztec
You guys probably can't
death
hear it,
whistle.
but other people can.
Yeah, brother, you should 3D print an Aztec death whistle.
A what?
You've never seen those?
You've never seen those?
What's it called?
Aztec death whistle.
Let's see.
It's basically a whistle that sounds like someone screaming.
Is it a skull?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should listen to a sound.
Well, that
Have you
doesn't.
heard like have you ever listened to like is it like mountain lions like
Or
scream?
foxes.
They're
Foxes
scary.
scream. I think it's
They're
foxes.
scary. They sound like women. And I'm scared of women.
You're literally the least one here who is scared of women.
No, I'm just saying. It sounds like a dying woman.
No, I know. Bro, there's a video of someone just going to like the shadiest gas station ever and just doing it for no reason. He almost gets shot multiple times. It's pretty funny. You listening to it, Brody?
No.
Oh, you should.
I looked it up. There are pre-made ones
You should 3D
that you
print
can
one.
print.
You should 3D print a banjo.
Okay.
Doesn't take a lot of stuff.
No, it won't. It's like 3 pieces.
What
Actually,
are you talking about?
maybe like 6.
Oh
It took me
Why?
2 hours to print a little toolbox.
The
Because you need a head, you need the shaft, and then you need the 4 knobby thingies, the 4 tuners.
that's more than 3 pieces.
I said 6. But the 4 tuners are really small, so.
Dude, Epic the Musical, the last saga came out on Christmas. Well,
It showed up in my recommended for some ungodly reason.
it started the album came out on the 24th. No, you should definitely listen to that album because it's very it seems something you jive with. Please. I need somebody else to talk to about it.
Oh, fine, I'll listen to it on Spotify with my new fancy headphones.
I mean, I was talking to somebody the whole time dude, I was in tears. Which isn't a lot to come from me because I mean I did cry when Master Oogway, spoiler alert, when Master Oogway died in Kung Fu Panda.
I don't think that's
But
a
Wait,
spoiler
you,
alert. It
you
was like
cried
10
over
years ago.
music?
yes,
What?
it's a story. It's not like I'm listening to instrumental of a violin and I started crying.
Still, it's music.
It's a congruent story.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, I don't think I've ever cried over something like music. But hey, to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own, and I loved it. Dude, it was such a good story. And whenever they come out with like whether it be a musical on stage or a movie, catch me buying tickets immediately.
If it's anything like animatics, then it should be good.
It
If
is
they
it
are.
is so good. And the guy who wrote it, he's such a like I don't know him personally, but he appears to be such a good guy. You know, him and the cast are in Greece right now.
Oh,
Yeah, he like arranged everything so they're in Greece right now in Ithaca as we speak.
fancy.
I'm so sad it's over. Like it's not over. I'm just so sad that I'm not getting a new album every like 3 months.
You'll be able to listen to it over and over again.
Yeah, I know. I've been listening consistently for like 2 years now, so
Yeah,
and also the guy who made it is such a silly guy.
such a silly guy.
Yeah. The silly, and you know what I do? I've sinned.
What?
I'm starting to like Wicked. I hate myself for it.
I've never seen it. What's? I mean, I've heard some complaints. I just don't know what those complaints are.
It's well, at first my thing was it's Ariana Grande, it's Glinda. I'm not gonna watch it.
oh, why
You know,
not?
because cause at first I thought she got the part because she was Ariana Grande. You know, because when you look at first, if you had just seen Ariana Grande in the cast, you would have been like, she got it because she's Ariana Grande, but she's actually really talented.
Well, I mean, you could say that about any actor, and I mean,
Exactly.
she's a good singer, so I don't
No,
know why she wouldn't do it.
that's the thing.
I
I
mean, she
just
was in
thought
that
that she
one
got
show
it.
forever, too. Like, what was that called?
Oh, what was
I
it?
never watched it, but I see
Victorious,
clips from
what?
it all the time.
No, it was a
It's
Disney
like
Channel show.
Cat or something.
Oh, Sam and Cat. That show is terrible. You're thinking of Victorious.
No,
No,
that's what
If
I'm
you're thinking
thinking
of Cat, then it's Sam and Cat,
of. Yep.
which isn't as good as Victorious. And that was a Nickelodeon show, you pleb. But anyway,
no,
it
I'm definitely thinking of Sam and Cat.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
it's just I can't hot take, I can't stand the Broadway version. 'Cause like I'd get so much I'm gonna get so much hate for it, but nobody listens, so her
I never listened to it once, so
I don't watch Broadway.
yeah, I
Anything.
don't watch musicals.
Musicals I've
Yeah,
watched
but
include Hamilton and The Greatest Showman.
well, any Disney movie that's technically a musical.
I, but they're good musicals.
Yeah, besides the
The
point,
Greatest Showman is the best.
The Greatest Showman is really good.
I guess Wonka counts too technically, because
ooh, I did not watch that.
it wasn't
I've
it
never
wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad.
I've
Yeah, I
never
don't think
really watched
it was
Charlie
that.
and the Chocolate Factory or like
No, the first Willy Wonka is the best Willy Wonka. I cannot stand Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, Charlie and the
it's
Chocolate Factory is creepy.
That one
just
just
odd.
no, yeah. People are like, oh, shit, what's his name? Johnny Depp is like so funny in it. No, he's not. Well, I mean,
He's
he is,
creepy.
I mean, I think he played the
but like,
character the way they wanted him to, but the character wasn't written
yeah, but
well.
like, it just completely diverts from the original movie.
Yeah.